Hey everyone, welcome back to NFA Review channel. We have a lot of shooting to do today, so we are going to keep the studio portion of this review very succinct, very quick. Okay, so first things first, I've been wanting to review the Mojave line for quite some time. I never got to review the Mojave 9. Now that the Mojave 45 is out, I finally connected with Dead Air, and here we are. We have the black version and the flat dark earth version. We will be shooting both today. We will be shooting them on full auto, pistols, you name it. We're going to run it through the gauntlet and the K and full configuration on the suppressor. If you guys want to hear what this suppressor sounds like in person, you need to come out to Suppress Fest 2025 this October 25th and 26th. Dead Air will be there along with 39 other awesome companies. And you guys, for 60 bucks, basically, you come out, you get to shoot all the suppressors and firearms you want, ammo included. There will be food trucks there. It's family friendly. There's raffles at the end of every day. You could win this same suppressor or many others. So do not miss Suppress Fest 2025. We only have this event once a year. It is the largest suppressed only shooting event in the United States, and I want you guys to come out. So please head to suppressfest.com, check it out. Tickets are going fast, and once it's sold out because we want to control the crowd, so the lines are shorter for better enjoyment for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started here on the Mojave 45. Again, we're going to try to run through it really quick, and we're going to hit the range and do a lot of shooting. Let's get to it. All right, let's get to those specs. Of course, since this is a modular can, we're gonna have two different weights, two different lengths. The short K configuration comes in at 6.812 inches at a weight of 10.4 ounces. And then the longer full-size version of the suppressor comes in at an overall length of 8.6 inches and an overall weight of 12.7 ounces. Diameter, of course, is going to be the same at 1.48 inches. Now, materials, pretty cool. This is constructed of 3D printed grade 5 titanium, which is how they're able to keep those weights so low, even in the full length configuration as shown here. Finish is going to be Cerakote, flat dark earth, or black. Your mounting system will be the Dead Air P series. It does ship with a 578 by 28 piston for use on your US spec 45 ACP pistols. Firing schedule is full auto rated on all pistol calibers with no minimum barrel length restrictions, and then full auto rated on 8-inch barrel or greater on 300 blackout. They have a lot of other calibers that it can use, and as well as barrel length restrictions. If you want to head to their website, so I don't waste all your time here, just head to their website, you can see the full list. Warranty lifetime and retail price comes in at $1,099. If you go to Capital Armory, which is a sponsor of today's video, my Patreon members at patreon.com/NFA Review, underneath the gold tier, there's 20 plus industry discounts that you guys have access to a month. One of them is Capital Armory. They give you guys 10% off. I believe it's as many items as you want to put in your shopping cart 4 times a year. So once every quarter, you get 10% off. It's pretty sweet. So that's the basic specs of the Mojave 9. As you can see here, again, I have it in the flat dark earth full length configuration. And then down here on this beautiful, make sure it's cleared, Cabot Guns custom Damascus 1911 bobtail that I had made in the shorter K configuration. Pretty flippin' sweet. So what makes this can so unique is their patent pending Triskelion baffle design, which is just a fancy marketing term, but it's basically describing the 3D printed baffle stack inside, and basically in layman's terms what it's doing is adding a spiral effect to the gases behind the projectile to get those gases away from the shooter and away from the ejection port. So you're not hit with a bunch of unburnt powder in the case of shooting a handgun, and of course gas to your face when shooting it on a subgun. So that was very nice to hear about that. I'll show you some close-ups here of the front module that I already have apart. on the pistol, and you can see that 3D coated process there. Very spongy like surface there. I'll show you both sides here. Pretty unique. And then of course in the inside on the blast baffle you also have a pretty cool design. I'll show you here on B-roll. I'm gonna go ahead and just take it apart so it's already apart for later. But it has a different baffle face design once you're looking down in there. I'll try to shine some light in there and see what I can get for you guys here in the studio, but pretty unique suppressor. I remember when the 9mm version first came out. I saw it probably 2 years ago, and I was pretty geeked out over the technology in this thing. So again, you have options here. You can change this front cap out for a 9mm end cap to squeeze a little bit more dB out the front if you want. I'm not gonna mess with that because I'll forget and shoot a 45 through it one time. It's not good. So we're just gonna shoot the 45 bore aperture cap today. So again, in short, I don't want to go in too much detail here in the studio because we have a lot of shooting today. But again, this is P-Series compatible, so you can put a 3-lug mounting system on there from Dead Air. You can use different pistons to adapt it to all your different handguns out there. It does ship, of course, with manual and the tool and all that boring stuff. But really cool design. I remember the first time I saw it, this reminded me of an axle spline on the suppressor. It gives you good grip when mounting it on a pistol. It's pretty sweet. Actually, a really good looking technical pistol can. Very, very clean. All your serialized information is here on the rear where it's safe, so if something should happen here, they can give you a new front section, and your tax stamp, even if it's free, is safe. So I believe that covers it here for the specifications. I know you guys want to get shooting. Let's see what this thing can do in the K configuration and the full size configuration. Let's get to it. Before we get shooting, a quick word from our sponsor, Capital Armory. They're the nation's largest silencer dealer and have expanded their silencer shipping ability to multiple states, with even more on the way. They can still ship directly to Texas residents, but they can now deliver silencers directly to your door for those in many other states. The process is simple and keeps everything in-house. So there are no additional dealers, transfer fees, or headaches. They manage the entire process from start to finish to make your life easier. The process is very simple. Once you purchase a silencer online through their website, you'll be contacted to begin your online customer profile to provide them with fingerprints and other necessary information to complete your e-file Form 4. After the ATF approves your form, Capital Armory will initiate electronic transfer paperwork with you, and your silencer will be mailed directly to your front door. And the best part is, your customer profile only needs to be done once, so you'll be ready to go for all future orders. Head to capitalarmory.com today to learn more. Holy shit. That's the short configuration. By the way, it's the first shots fired. I didn't notate that earlier. I'm actually really shocked right now. To be honest, I thought it was going to be a lot louder given the shorter length. What the hell, dude? That is genuine shock. Wow. I'm actually speechless. This is insane. This shouldn't even be possible, guys. 100 yards away, by the way. No big deal. These rounds are going supersonic. Oh, it's quiet. That's safe for the supersonic crack. Damn it. Well, rounds are going supersonic. Sounds good. Some of them aren't even loaded to the right length. Still quiet. Let's try the MP5. So sick. All right, ending thoughts on the Mojave 45. The first round you saw me fire was in the short configuration on the Mark 23. That was a genuine holy shit response to that suppressor. It's the first time I shot it, first time I've heard it. I haven't heard it at an event or anything like that. Now I'm really wanting to do a review on the 9mm version to see what that sounds like on just 9mm specific hosts. Phenomenal job by Dead Air, the engineers at Dead Air, for bringing something like this to market. It's not often you shoot something in its K configuration and it shocks you with how quiet it is. Yes, we were on an open range. Yes, there wasn't many sound reflecting surfaces around, but I do purposely shoot steel sometimes so you guys can kind of differentiate between the sound of the bullet flight, the sound of bullet hitting dirt, bullet hitting the steel, the differences in dissipating energy down range versus the report of the actual suppressed gunshot. If you listen closely, if you watch it with quality headphones, you should be able to hear the mechanics of the 1911 like I was when I was editing. I could hear it clearly. If that gives you any indication on how good this thing sounds. I didn't get to try it on 300 Blackout. I didn't have the adapter for that. MP5 sounded great. No gas to the face, which
that would typically gas you out on that gun. I'm just now realizing that. We had some issues with the lever gun going supersonic. So a lot of the ammo was going supersonic. That was really annoying. I apologize for that. I don't know, it's just a bad batch of ammo loaded a little hot, but I guess it gives you an indication on what that suppressor sounds like with a supersonic round. So there's that. There's not much else to say. Again, I do try to nitpick something. I mean, even each module and the front cap have O-ring engagements. You don't get any gas leakage there. I mean, they really thought this thing through. I'm really having a hard time finding something I would change on it, which is just pretty hard to do. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. If you guys have shot one of these and didn't like it, please, I want to know what happened. It's really, I don't know. I liked it. That's genuine. I'm not paid to say that. It's a cool can. I dig it. I love pistol cans as it is. You guys know that. So hopefully that translates well on video. For those of you going out to Suppress Fest, I actually just got the vendor and the VIP, the media badges in. For those of you that have VIP, pretty cool little hologram. I don't know if it's showing up well here. Not really. I'll have to do some B-roll on that one. But VIP badges are almost sold out. I just sold the last firing line spot, so I'll be announcing the last company here shortly on Instagram. And then that's it. Suppress Fest is locked out. No more vendors, just shooters, just so you guys to come out and have a good time. October 25th and 26th. Don't miss it. It's going to be awesome. If you have any questions about this review in particular, leave a comment below. And as usual, I'll answer them. Until the next video. See you guys.